Yo, we're back again. Okay, just want to see if we get any guests. Okay, I'm gonna get started. Here we're on tier 16 right now, where I left off on Discord. So let's begin. Oishi Demon Hunter. Oishi Demon Hunter was a planned sequel series to the Smosh Shut Up cartoon series Oishi High School Battle, which started production in around 2017 and was planned to continue with Oishi's original voice actor reprising her role, Kathy Shim. It seemed to be filmed until nearing completion until July 31st of 2018, when Go90, the video service and app which planned to air it shut down and canceled and has never been released. It's unknown if the series was ever finished. An IMDb page lists the show that cast, and there was going to be 20 episodes. All that we have is a video from Angela De Silva showing footage from the show. There were 2 other videos, one being rare footage and behind the scenes, but they have been made unavailable. Operation Darkheart. Or also called Operation Darkheart, Spycraft and Special Ops on the Front Lines of Afghanistan and the Path to Victory. This was a memoir by United States Army intelligence officer Lieutenant Colonel Anthony Schaffer. And anyway, in it, Schaffer recounts Colonel Schaffer recounts his time serving in the war in Afghanistan and the unethical practices. All 9,500 first edition copies were purchased by the U.S. government prior to the book's publication in September of 2010, citing that the book talked about operations that were classified. So, due to the classified nature of the contents of the first editions, it's unlikely they'll be released for now. Future court rulings and declassifications could one day see the publication of its in entirety. As of 2020, as of today, the book is in its current edition is 320 pages long, while the first edition contained 433, which means about 113 pages are lost. Hello, Vance.
Greetings.
Right. Anyway, just got finished with this next piece, and now we're moving on to the next one. Auto Tree. Hope I said that correctly. Yes, more lost media from the good old Estonia. Oh god. Oh, so Anyway, Otto Train is a character for the Estonian TV station EVTV/RTV, which would later become RTV3, created by Venno Lusar and Hindrek Masik. He appears to be some kind of woolly dinosaur from a place called Miso Maso Land, and he quickly became one of the most recognizable children's characters in Estonia during the 90s, appearing at live events where he would hand out candy and hold contests, but also on dairy products, 2 cassettes, his own brand of chocolate, and a bedtime radio show where he thinly veiled himself as Mr. or Mrs. Secret. Despite his massive success, the original TV show which he first appeared in remains completely lost, aside from a few surfaced images. Notorious events surrounding production of the series may have also led to it hitting away. What is that? That being when producer Tonu Pavo was involved in a car accident in '97, which killed 2 people. His trial began in '98 and may have been the reason why the show was quietly discontinued. He was also accused of child abuse in 2019 and found guilty in December of 2021, which only adding fuel to the fire. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to help my mom with something. But I'm back. Anyway, back to this thing. It's unknown how many episodes were produced, and only a few pieces of material of the series has surfaced to this day. Oh, we got another one. It was Blossom, but then she just went by. Anyway, Paradox privated videos.
Hello.
What happened?
Oh, yeah. I was being a little silly. It's nothing big.
What the hell did you do?
I didn't do anything. I swear. What topic are you on?
We're just finished. I was about to get to the privated videos of a YouTube channel named Paradox.
Sounds interesting.
This is also known as Clédéon. This is a French YouTuber who makes videos out of horror stories and mysteries, currently having over about 211,000 subs. As most known for starring in Pokemon Trash, a YouTube channel part of the Trash Collective, which is a collaboration between many different French video makers. He was controversially forced to quit in 2017, reportedly after the Trash Collective forced him to break up with his girlfriend, whom they saw as a bad influence on him. After Trash, he created with Telia, his girlfriend, a YouTube channel by the name of Paradox, covering subjects such as mythologies, anime, pop culture, and top lists. This announcement was made in 2018 and now deleted, but saved video on his personal channel. Later, he broke up with Telia, which led him to private at least 40 videos, or even more, as she was prominently featured in those. Some of the videos can only be identified by solid mirrors from on solid.2 and seem to have been uploaded from February to December 2018. Of these, only 2 have been found in full, and obviously, which goes nowhere near as how many we have. They're supposed to be. PDP-8 Digital Software News. This was a subscription newsletter service offered to operators of the DEC PDP-8 series of computers, which itself was a microcomputer first produced in 1965. These newsletters lasted from the 1970s to the 1980s, and they were discontinued after a while. And while some newsletters can be found online, a good portion are still lost. And one of these isn't even confirmed to exist. So, yeah. Per la recuperata salute di Ophelia. I think I talked about Mozart before, about Mozart's lost music, but here we got another one. It was this one was a collaboration, which also translates to for the recovered health of Ophelia. However, not much of the surviving score was heard of after it was created. However, sometime in February 2016, it was first reported to have been discovered by a man named Timo Joko Herman, a German composer and conductor. It had been in the National Museum since the 1950s and was cataloged in 1976. It wasn't until it had been recatalogued in August 2015 that this helped people identify the composers. And the score was performed for the first time at the National Museum Czech Museum of Music. It can be heard on YouTube. piano lessons. This early television series aired on W2XAB in New York City. It was an experimental, and it was one of it first aired from 1931 to 1932. It was hosted by Professor G. Aldo Rendeger, who, if you can't guess by the title, gave piano lessons on live television. And and it's unlikely any episodes will actually see the light of day, because once again, this was due to televisions not being people not being able to record television programs at the time. Pitfall. Pitfall was a Canadian question and answer game show that has a very complicated premise from the early 80s. From what I've seen, it basically has contestants answering questions, and I guess they have to try not to land on a pitfall that makes them go down. And the most notable thing was probably its host. And who was that host? Alex Trebek. However, it was notable for being despicable, for a despicable reason. The show company that produced the show, Catalina Productions, went through some financial issues. Were through having financial issues. As such, Alex Trebek was not paid for his hosting role, and barely any of the contestants received their prizes for winning the show. Because of this controversy, combined with its short run and lack of popularity, the show is pretty hard to find. What few episodes are available in spite of many episodes being destroyed. Rayman's training. During the development of the game Rayman 2: The Great Escape, a short animated film which lasted for almost 3 minutes was produced featuring Rayman, called Rayman's Training. And despite it being lost, some material clips were used in advertisements and promotional material. Most of this has been found, and however, the short has been found, although it does not have audio. So finding an audio version of this will be tricky, to say the least. What's next? Recording of unknown choir piece, 1960s. This refers to comes from a 1960s recording of a choir performing an unknown piece of music. It was sampled by the Caretaker, aka Leland Kirby, in his song "Friends Past Reunited" on his album "A Stair to the Stairways." It has also been sampled on selected memories from the Haunted Ballroom, Deleted Scenes, Forgotten Dreams, and Everywhere at the End of Time, also by Kirby. Some people thought it was identified as "Lord, Let Me Know Mine End" by Maurice Green, and it was false. So yeah, this one is it's one of those unknown. It's unknown if it'll ever be identified. Rhythm Heaven music visualizer. Rhythm Heaven Visualizer was an official iTunes visualizer for the Nintendo DS game Rhythm Heaven, which was released in 2008. However, in 2016, the game it took down the website along with the download for the visualizer. However, in December 1st, 2020, a Reddit user named _animations, also known as someone named Isaac, who found a working download and version of the visualizer, and now is available to use. Robert Bud Dwyer's final speech. On January 22nd, 1987, American politician Robert Bud Dwyer called a press conference lasting almost half an hour. It was in response to Dwyer being convicted of conspiracy, mail fraud, perjury, and interstate transportation in aid of racketeering, with him being sentenced later that month. This conference became infamous because following his speech, Dwyer pulled out a .357 Magnum and took his own life in public. Now, the footage has not been released, as I've never been released. But it can be viewed from two angles. The aforementioned close-up aftermath footage. However, copies are exceptionally rare. Only a clip detailing the final 4 minutes before his death is available. For his documentary, Honest Man, The Life of R. Bud Dwyer, director Jim Dershberg contacted every news station in Pennsylvania to request the full speech. However, they were all denied. Therefore, 26 remain accessible, although a transcript of the speech is available on. To answer your question, it was American politician Robert Bud Dwyer. This is referring to a recorded final speech he did before that happened. One of those things that I think we all should think it should stay lost. Anyway, let's move on to hopefully a more happy thing. RSD Game Maker lost video games. And glad you could make it, Nova. Okay, somewhat better. Also just titled Game Maker. This is a DOS-based game engine that was produced between 1991 through 1995 by a company known as Recreational Software Designs and sold through direct mail by Katie Software. And they had many video games exist from 1991 to even the present day. Oh, and more guests. Oh boy.
Hey there.
Hello.
Hey, Winston.
Hello there.
Now, there is a long list of games, and while most of them have been accounted for, some are still missing, and tons of others are confirmed to exist. Which shouldn't be surprising given the long library. It's bound that some don't even exist. Rugrats: A Live Adventure musical adaptation footage. Rugrats: A Live Adventure is actually what it sounds like, a live touring musical based on the popular Nickelodeon series. But it first premiered in Los LA in February of 1998 and ended sometime in 2000. And basically like every other musical based on an existing property. And though it has been popular, barely any of its performances can even be seen. Like there is no completely found one. Only only screenshots of what the characters' costumes look like. Roli Japahan Valtakunta. What the
Hmm.
Why do things have to be so hard to pronounce?
I don't know.
Drioli.
Come on.
Aioli. Oh, here we go. Rioli is a Finnish children's television series based on the popular character created by Alan Alu Tuparaisen. He was Tuparainen. He himself starred as the title character that aired as part of the programming block Piku Kakkonen on the channel Yle TV2. He's a troll-like creature living in his cottage in the forest, who likes to frighten children for fun. Perfect television for kids. I'm sure it'll be a smash hit. However, talking about one episode in particular. The episode Rioli Jabahan Valtakunta, or roughly translating to Rioli and the Kingdom of Evil, which was deemed too scary for young viewers. After it was broadcasted, it was never seen again. However, it wouldn't be until on February. A majority of the episode was surfaced on YouTube in March of 2019, but until the account was shut down due to copyright claims. And then parts of the missing in the video are the opening sequence, the first couple of minutes, and ending credits. On February 4th of 2021, the episode was re-uploaded to YouTube, and later on August 31st, 2021, the full episode was then uploaded to YouTube in low quality by a user named Patkai Video T. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Sandy Stories. Back in November of 2011, the 5th season of the popular Goodnight Show, which I talked about before, premiered and drastically changed the format of the show with new segments and a new theme. Of these new segments was called Sprout a Sandy Story, where a story would be illustrated using sand, and Nina and Star would be the narrators. Shortly after the season premiered, Sprout launched a flash game and iOS app based on the segments titled, Sandy Stories. The player would be able to create their own, and there was a toolbox with objects that the user could place inside the story, including 3 various sizes: a moon, a star, a teddy bear, and a firefly. And there was also a blank option that would clear off everything on the screen, and a picture that would add. It's unknown when the game shut down, but it was believed in 2000. It's likely in 2017 as the channel was rebranding to Universal Kids. However, sometime in 2018 and 2020, Discord user ComputerDude77 found the Flash version of the game and was since uploaded to the Internet Archive by LMW user P09021157. And the game was also uploaded to Flashpoint. And on December 30th of 2020, the iOS version was found by Lost Media Wiki Discord user Lace Querox. It can only be played on older 32-bit iOS devices running at the very least iOS 5.0 and are capable of installing cracked apps. But yeah, the game is playable. Screwed, the Bret Hart story. Why does that sound wrong out of context?
It kind of does sound like out of context.
You guys aren't going to be screwed once I finish this.
Screw
you. No. I think what you really mean is fuck you.
Fuck you!
That's better. Anyway, this was an unfinished documentary filmed by WWE. This would have a negative focus on the career of, you guessed it, Bret Hart. While some negative reviews from the likes of Hulk Hogan, Shawn Michaels, and Jerry Lawler were recorded, they have never been made available for the public following the change in direction for the Hart documentary, which would later become Best Hitman Hart, the best there is, best there was, the best there ever will be, which was released in 2005 straight to the DVD. It's unlikely that these will ever be seen, given the negative influence on Hart's career. Scripps home/lifestyle networks on 9/11. Oh boy.
Oh, wow.
It's not gonna be good.
However, yeah, this is referring to on the date of 9/11, the EW Scripps Company temporarily suspended programming on HDV, HGTV, the DIY network, and Food Network after those attacks. It suspended normal programming with a slide saying, quote, "Due to the nature of today's tragic events, insert either Food Network, HGTV, or DIY Network is suspending programming. Our thoughts go out to the victims and their families." And during this, the music Landscape by DeWolf was playing. And while most reports seem to say that this only lasted a day, one single photo of the Food Network's saying that's resurfaced on a 9/11 archive website in January 2019 seems to suggest that the programming was suspended for at least another day following the attacks, with reports on the length of the session differing between only into September 12th or September 13th, while others claim that the program was suspended for several days. Numerous clips exist on YouTube, but there are some others. What's also, yeah, but another thing is about this is confusing. There were also ones for the Canadian Food Network and HGTV. So let's start. And those overall statuses aren't even confirmed to exist. So the status of this can be kind of confusing, to say the least. Sienna dancing demo tape. On to a more lighthearted topic, I think. What do you guys think of Ricky Gervais?
Never heard of him.
Well, he was actually part of a synth pop duo formed in 1982 called Sienna Dancing. Now the demo tape that he also made a demo tape. But it was sent to London Records, but has never resurfaced. And when asked about Sian dancing in various interviews, Gervais has spoken ill of it, so it is not likely he will ever share the demos. And however, Bill McRae, the other member, and his whereabouts are unknown. Shameful sequels. Shameful Sequels was a YouTube review series created and hosted by former Channel Awesome content creator Mike Jevons, where he would analyze all generally awful movie sequels, which lasted from 2009 to 2018. Like several other content creators of Channel Awesome, most of his material was uploaded exclusively through blip.tv. Unfortunately, due to the streaming platform being bought by Maker Studios in 2015. A massive amount of videos uploaded by several content creators, including Jevons, were lost when the streaming platform shut down. According to a statement Mike made on X, he says, quote, "If anyone wants my old Shameful Sequels episodes, you may want to download them yourselves. Not sure how many I'll be able to put on YouTube. As of 2022, all episodes have been found." Sonic the Hedgehog Winter Consumer Electric Show 1991 demo build.
Huh? Did I just hear Sonic the Hedgehog?
I knew you'd say something about that.
You lost Cinnamon.
Everybody knows the classic game I'm talking about, but before the game actually was released, it was shown at the earliest playable demo was shown off at the Winter Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas in '91. It shows various differences from the final build.
I didn't remember that. I remember that Labyrinth was supposed to be the second zone instead of Marble.
Yeah, some magazines as well as a few screenshots and some videos that have been of the demo have been seen, but as of right now, the full demo is considered lost and will likely never see the light of day. Especially considering the recent amounts that I believe Sega announced that they were moving away from the 2-bit style or something. Because they
Well, I
announced
did.
Sonic Mania 2 wasn't happening.
I mean, I remember that Sonic Mania 2 didn't happen, but what I heard from Sonic 1 in early build, of course, it's Green Hill. And Spring Hill was supposed to be different. And Starter was supposed to be the third zone, so. Anyways,
Moving on. Space Cats.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a title, am I right?
You have a cat, Grayson!
Oh no.
Anyway, Space Cats, NBC animated series created by Paul Fusca from 1991 to 1992. As the show suggests, it's about a bunch of alien felines from a planet called Triglyceride 7 who come to a secret location in the Earth underground layers to bring out truth, justice, and better quality cat food without the fishy aftertaste. What the what was it with cartoons back in the day?
I don't know.
There was no home media release, and I believe there were like 14 episodes. Of these, 8 episodes that have been identified have been found, and an unidentified episode has been found as well. Well, one episode is mostly accounted for, and another episode is only available in a Persian dub. 3 other episodes are lost completely, and it's unknown if the series will ever get a proper release, though it seems unlikely. Spider-Man 4 unreleased video games. This was the name of both a canceled 4th entry in the Sam Raimi Space Spider-Man trilogy and a canceled video game created to coincide with the movie's release. Tobey Maguire would have most likely returned for the role of Spider-Man as Peter Parker for both the movie and the video game, considering he was in the previous games. But of course, as the movie was canceled, so was this.
I heard it was due to the whole...
there was both versions, 2 versions that we know. There were 2 versions that we know of, a Wii version and an Xbox 360 version. Both of them have been found. The Wii version was found on November 30th, found on December 1st, 2019. When a few days earlier on November 30th, a YouTuber named Hard for Games uploaded a video featuring gameplay and the debug menu of the unreleased Wii version. And the next day, it was uploaded to the Internet Archive by user Disc Hacker. And the Xbox 360 version was leaked from several sources on September 11th, 2021 by obscure gamers.
I do know why
it's kind
Spider-Man...
it's kind of creepy that Hey, Don't you guys think it's kind of creepy that that Lost Media was found on September 11th?
Yeah. I do know
It's
why it got
kind of creepy.
canceled, Spider-Man 4. Creative issues. Because it's supposed to be the Lizard.
But yeah,
instead of the Vulture.
both versions of the canceled game have been found and are fully playable.
Damn, no PS3?
SpongeBob SquarePants Sailor Mouth uncensored version. Oh boy.
Yes. I want to hear this.
What?
I want to hear SpongeBob swear.
Well, I mean, we heard Plankton and Patrick Square.
Oh, true.
Wait, remember that? Wait, guys, do you not remember the meme where some people took the video of some dialogue where Patrick's actor was in a movie and it sounded close to Patrick and they just animated with Patrick there?
Good.
Wait, remember that meme? Moving on. Sailor Mouth is an infamous episode of SpongeBob. I believe everybody knows the classic SpongeBob episode Sailor Mouth.
Hi, Patrick. How's your fucking day?
It's, as we all know, it was censored by dolphin noises. But I'm pretty sure everybody knows the voice actors really did cuss over those when they recorded them. They found it. They were told to use Tom Kenny, the voice of SpongeBob, has stated that they were told to use substitute words, but they sounded difficult, so they actually cussed.
No way. That's awesome.
And so Roger Bumpass, the voice of Squidward, confirmed the existence of the uncensored version at LA Comic-Con 2021, but Nickelodeon will likely never let it see the light of day. I'll look at this later. And hey, even if it's censored, it's still. God dang it! No. You know. Moving on.
What?
SpongeBob SquarePants Ain't Life a Beach.
Step on the beach.
No, just no. Here we go. Moving on before I lose my sanity thanks to these people. Okay, this SpongeBob SquarePants Ain't Life a Beach was a press kit, which is generally considered to be the first piece of SpongeBob SquarePants merchandise. It was given to TV industry employees to promote the upcoming premiere of the cartoon, and it featured model sheets, each and development included an overview of the show's development history, early character bios, and most notably raunchy taglines and pop culture references that were dropped for the show's advertising, which the title itself being a play on the phrase "Life's a bitch." If you can't already guess.
Oh.
The kit has never been seen in full, and only a few images of what it looked like have been found. It's possible that it could see the light of day. Do you guys think this could see the light of day?
Not really.
Oh my God.
Probably not.
Man.
I wish you could see it. I wish you could see it all.
Mm-hmm.
Though we can see a few fractions of it.
I got nothing.
St. Elmo silent drama film.
St. Elmo.
No,
Let me
this has
guess.
nothing to do with Sesame Street.
I fucking knew it.
I will.
Of course. So what's it about?
This film from 1914, although and it was a success financially, it didn't sway well with critics. The plot was about two cousins and best friends, St. Elmo Murray and Murray Hammond, are both infatuated with a fickle woman named Agnes Hunt. However, even though she loves Hammond, Agnes decides to marry Elmo instead due to his wealthiness. When a ball is held to celebrate Elmo and Agnes's engagement, Hammond and Agnes decide to meet in the gardens during said ball. However, Elmo discovers them together and holds a duel against Hammond, where he kills Hammond with one shot. Soon after, his soul becomes possessed by Satan and he begins wandering the earth, making trouble and wreaking havoc everywhere he goes. If that sounds hard to follow, it's probably because it is. Does that not sound hard to follow to you guys?
It sounds hard to follow to me.
No footage
Sounds a-
exists online. All that we have is a poster, and that's it. No.
Huh?
What just
What
happened?
Saint Elmo, more like Saint Austin. No.
Oh!
Can I not have one time where I can take something seriously on this?
We're not doing that again. No.
No. Moving on. Moving on. Can I move on now, please?
Yes.
Okay. Star Street. Oh, here we go. Back to more British television. My favorite thing ever. I'm joking if you can't tell. What the
Can we just let Grayson talk at least?
Sorry. Also, this was a British series that aired on ITV from 2001 to 2002. It chronicles the fictional lives of the real life pop band All Stars: Sam Bloom, Talia Zucchi, Ashley Taylor Dawson, Rebecca Hunter, and Sandy Lee Hughes. The band members live in a wacky house with a mind of its own, causing various mishaps. In every episode, the band performs one of their songs. Oh, so it's basically a British Wiggles. That's nice.
Oh.
Series had only 2 VHS releases, which collectively included most episodes from season 1. No episodes from the second series had any home media release. As of right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 episodes are lost completely. The rest of the other episodes, as well as some other videos, have been found, including an unaired test pilot. Yes, an unaired pilot has been found of this show, so that's nice. Okay, this one should probably be interesting to some of you. State Anthem of the Moldavian Soviet Socialist Republic original version. Okay, take back what I said there.
Yeah.
That's a long title.
Oh, duh. So, this is if you can't guess, was the name, the national anthem of the Moldavian Soviet in 1981 and subsequent and officially relinquished in 1991. However, there exists an earlier version and was lost some time after being relinquished, and it was preserved but only in an instrumental form. The rewritten lyrics and recomposed music were preserved and original recordings exist today, but keep in mind this is not the full original version. Story. Wow, what a bland title. Oh, here we go. Also known as Story, the story of 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 the Story Time, much better title to be honest. This was a PBS children's series that premiered on October 11th, 1992, and ran until April 3rd, 1998, for 3 seasons and 81 episodes in total, including a special episode with flashbacks and new stories told by Charles S. Dutton and Jamie Lee Curtis. It was also made by the KCET in LA, the same studio station who made The Puzzle Place 2 years earlier. The show was similar to, you could say the show was sort of similar to Reading Rainbow, as it centered on reading children's books. Oh, and if you can't guess by what I said, some celebrities would even featured celebrity guests, such as Tim Allen, Annie Potts, Wilford Brimley, and along with many others.
Wait,
It
so it's
also
story
featured
time?
puppets. Yes, the show Storytime. The show was released on VHS, but only 3 have been known to exist. The search for the full series came to an end on June 9th, 2021, when a user named Betamax VHS Super 8 found the last missing episodes, rendering the entire series found.
So it's like story time.
Super Feed Me. Yeah.
Oh,
What the fuck is that title?
Hmm?
Super Feed Me.
That's
This
very funny.
This was an unreleased iOS puzzle adventure game developed by Nitron Games and was a sequel to the Flash game Feed Me, and was meant to be the developer's first smartphone game. The player would have controlled the Venus flytrap escaping from captivity, and controls the same as in Feed Me, bound to its pod, being able to move by extending its net to bite on the ground and or items, dragging the pod with itself as the neck shrinks back. The game was originally dated for a 2010 release, but eventually fell through when Nitron's website stayed dormant, and when it was announced, and the game was announced to be on hold and was canceled. The only stuff that has surfaced is a promotional image, some unused music, the update video, and the game's trailer. Super Mario Brothers Christmas Show.
Come on, Christmas show.
Okay, this one is very mysterious. This is a lost show apparently produced by Deke Entertainment, who you may know for making those Mario cartoons.
The Super Mario Super Show.
This show was only ever mentioned in the document Action Man and 67 other titles, musical compositions, from the United States Copyright Office website. Deke Enterprises Incorporated published the document on June 5th, 1997, and contains multiple titles of shows produced by Deke. And in July of 2013, former Deke Entertainment CEO Andy Hayward and his wife Amy Moynihan Hayward published SMC 60-second theme musical compositions. The document included various titles produced by Deke Entertainment, including Super Bros. Christmas Show. But the date it was made is unknown. Oh my... Stop!
I love it when you're pissed.
Yes. Yes.
Hey, it's not... Why do companies have to make such stupid titles? Moving on. There is nothing from the show is available online. There's no screenshots, audio, and obviously no footage. There's nothing. The show is a complete mystery. Super Mario World early builds.
1991.
Super Mario World went through a lot of changes that differ from the game we know today. One of these builds, the 1989 one, is highly sought after. Some of these include differences are that the build only had a total of 16 levels, a completely different overworld world map, and a different small Mario sprite. And it also had more similarities to the Super Mario Bros. 3, such as some of the build sprites for objects and enemies being more polished versions of Super Mario Bros. 3 sprites. But the most notable difference in the build is the raccoon leaf power up from Super Mario Bros. 3 and was fully functional, which obviously wasn't in the final game. There are a handful of screenshots available, but unfortunately it doesn't look like it'll be officially released by Nintendo. Taba Tusala. What the
Oh, what the fuck does that mean?
Oh.
Usasa.
Oh, this is apparently Ugandan.
Huh.
It's also translates to those who were screwed over. This is a 2010 Wakaliwood action film produced by Isaac Godfrey Jeffrey Nabwana, and was set to be a follow up to Wakaliwood's notorious previous film, Who Killed Captain Alex. The film's exact plot is unknown, but name apparently refers to an elite team of Ugandan commandos who are forced to a life of crime to save their ailing families. The only stuff that has surfaced are the movie's trailer and an original upload and their trailer's original upload, which is in significantly lower quality and shorter. It's unknown why the film is apparently never released, and there was an incident that caused that. What was that?
No, I was clearing my throat.
And due to the harsh working conditions of Wakaliga, a suburb just outside of Kampala, Uganda, where Wakaliwood takes place, power surges happen frequently. One such power surge of a higher grade ended up destroying Wakaliwood's only HHD, in which the film's footage was restored. And due to how Nabwana was unable to keep backups of his film's data, it was now considered a permanently lost film, and it's unknown how far it got before this happened. Teen Angel. Not to be confused with the 1997 sitcom of that same name, which obviously isn't Lost. This was a fantasy serial drama that aired on the Disney Channel in 1989, debuting on the all-new Mickey Mouse Club on April 24th and ending on May 22nd of 1989. The show starred a pre-Beverly Hills 90210 Jason Priestley as greaser guardian angel Buzz Gunderson, who died in a car wreck in 1959. Buzz would be given various assignments and tasks to complete in order to get into heaven. A sequel series, Teen Angel Returns, and with Priestley, Robin Lively, and future 90210 co-star Jenny Garth followed. It aired from October 2nd to 22nd, 1989. So as well as the main series were also... Stop!
Oh my god.
Jason Priestley, no.
What? That doesn't even make sense. Oh
Stop
my
making
god.
fun of...
I don't get it. I don't get what it means.
Resurfaced online, although two dubbed in German. According to research, the show apparently has a large German fan base, possibly explaining why most of the only information on the show is in German. The official English titles are unknown, but IMDb has a list of the episodes for each series, titled in German. The sequel series is actually mostly found, with only 4 episodes lost. The first 5 episodes of the original, as well as the 11th episode, are all in English, found in English. And the first 2 episodes are partially found in German. And episode 12 is partially found in English, I believe, and episodes 6 through 10 are lost in their entirety. See, the search is kind of confusing if you think about it now. Telecrime. Are you guys ready
Oh.
for more riveting British television? Yes, you are. I know you do.
Tell it to
No.
the judge.
Okay.
God. This was an early BBC whodunit television crime drama broadcast from 1938 to 1939 and in 1946 as Telecrimes following the Second World War. It was listed by Guinness World Records as the first crime show on television. The episodes consisted of short whodunit crime mysteries lasting 10 to 20 minutes. Television viewers were given enough information to solve the crimes themselves and were challenged to do so before the detective. In the original, J.B. Rowe starred as Inspector Holt, noted by Guinness World Records to be the first TV police detective. However, Rowe did not reprise the role in the 46 series, being replaced by James Raglan as Inspector Cameron. Miles and
That's
Horton wrote the
reprise.
majority of episodes, with H.T. Hopkinson helping co-write The Black Stage Murder and Arthur Phillips being responsible for Poetic Justice. Like I said, this was recorded live, and therefore the footage is likely permanently missing. There were 22 episodes, 5 from 1938 to 1939 and 17 from 1946. All that we have is a photo. The $1 million pyramid early build.
What the hell?
I'm pretty sure you guys can tell what this video game is already based on.
Mhm.
No, I don't.
It's based on the Pyramid series of game shows released for the Wii in 2011. This game is based on the 2002 iteration of the show. And the game itself is completely found and can most likely be bought secondhand and can be played on any Wii console. However, it was eventually found out that review copies were in a completely different art style when compared to the released game. To this day, no one knows what this early version is, though it has been confirmed to exist. So it's unknown why they were earlier. They had earlier designs, and there doesn't seem to be much interest in finding it, since the game itself is a shovelware title. The 1938 Ashes series. This is the 32nd instance of a Test cricket series between England and Australia, and it made history for being the first Test cricket match to be televised. However, and this was unlike most early, as I said, barely any of it can be seen. Oh, and we got another guest. Hey, CCD.
Hey,
Hello there.
Now, but unlike most of them, some footage, some highlight reels can be found by a user named by the same YouTuber. That's all that exists. Anyway, where was it? Oh, right. The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension Lost soundtrack. That sounds like an amalgamation of random crap.
yeah.
And I'm right. This is a 1984 feature film starring Peter Weller, Ellen Barkin, Jeff Goldblum, Christopher Lloyd, and John Lithgow with the main score composed and performed by Michael Boddicker. The film details the efforts of Dr. Buckaroo Banzai, a physicist, neurosurgeon, test pilot, and musician, to save the world by defeating a band of interdimensional aliens called Red Lectroids. It's from Planet 10. And remember how I said tough luck on you. This isn't animated. and it's actually American.
Oh.
Anyway, and you know how I said the film, the plot, the amalgamation of random stuff. It sounds like.
Yeah.
It seems like people agree because it completely crashed at the box office, making less than half of its budget, and was quickly forgotten along with other failures such as Rock and Rule. Though it is somewhat gotten a cult following, and the soundtrack has been very scarce. And though a few of it can be a fragment can be found, but it's not all of it. A fan attempt was made to recreate the film's soundtrack, though you can tell it's not perfect. The Adventures of Pow Wow the Indian Boy. Oh, is this gonna be horrifically racist?
Oh
no.
my god.
Let's find out. Oh, so these were a series of animated short segment films or segments that ran for aired in New York's WNBT TV every Sunday morning. For a limited time in 1949, and then emerged from 1956 and lasted again until 1958. And it's probably known for being one of the worst cartoons of all time. Although, yeah, because yeah, a couple of shorts can be seen on a DVD called "The Worst Cartoons Ever," but other than that, lots of episodes can't be seen. If it's got something to do with no scammers, buddy.
What?
I don't know. The boat race night. Looks like 1938 was a year for lost media. Am I right? Becoming lost.
Bruh.
This is actually the 90th boat race that happened on April 2nd. And this was, and I believe this was the very first. And British Pathé has at least a highlight reel, showcasing a small amount of footage, but it's obviously not the full thing. The Club.
The golf club.
No.
The clubhouse.
No. Oh. We're not. No. No way. Anyway, this was an online MMO created by Nickelodeon, designed for children ages 6 to 14. While the game started in 2010, it first actually started back in the late 2000s under the name Nicktropolis, which I think I actually talked about earlier on this Iceberg. This one turned out to be a 2D graphics and was renamed The Club. There are many things that features. However, in 2014, in 2014, Nickelodeon's update of the website detailed the end of the club, and today all that exists are a few screenshots as well as a commercial for the game uploaded to YouTube. The game Disturbed cover.
Must be disturbing.
Oh my
God.
fucking god.
CCD. You can't tell. No, I'm the joke guy. You guys are rip off.
Whoa.
Says
God.
you.
Not even close.
Says the person who's you're not. This isn't even your channel, so why are you speaking?
I don't know. Maybe I said from TV.
Yeah, neither could you.
Damn.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Game. Okay. Professor Rescue Triple H's theme song, The Game was a song made for him. It was written and performed by the English rock band Motorhead. But several alternate versions exist, including a completely unreleased cover by a heavy metal band, Disturbed. In an interview from 2006, David Draymond, Disturbed's lead vocalist, confirmed the existence of the song and that it was recorded a short time before the interview. The only currently known audio for this interview is from a video released in 2008. After this interview, however, official channels did not speak of the existence of the track, and nor has it been released to the public. In 2019, a user on X named Calibrated King posted a small part of the song. How they got it is not known. The Good Dinosaur original version.
The Mid Dinosaur.
Does anyone
Actually,
even
no, it's
remember this movie?
I do.
Actually, it's called The Box Office Bomb Dinosaur.
Oh my
I-
god.
I haven't seen it.
Oh my god. The line. Why?
What?
The box
I'm
office
sorry,
dinosaur?
okay?
Seriously?
No, you're not.
I'm sorry, Grayson, but
Moving on.
that's
It used to be, and it was known as Pixar's lowest grossing movie to date. However, the film is notorious for its troubled development. As it got several revisions halfway through production due to creative difficulties. Some of the people that were originally going to be voices in the show included Lucius Neff, who was Arlo, who was replaced by Raymond Ochoa. John Lithgow was originally going to be voiced Papa Henry, Arlo's father, but was replaced by Jeffrey Wright. And Arlo's three siblings were to be voiced by Neil Patrick Harris, Judy Greer, and Bill Hader. They were then cut down to just two siblings, voiced by Marcus Scribner and Malia Padilla, respectively. The only actress to remain her role was Frances McDormand, who plays Mama Ida, Arlo's mother. There's also some other things that are talked about on the wiki, but they're too much to talk about. And some screenshots of the earlier versions can be seen, but no footage of the early. The gorilla.
Gorilla glue.
No.
here. Have a cracker.
Released in 1930, the movie was a comedy murder mystery directed by Brian Foy. The plot follows a gorilla as he escapes from a zoo and commits a murder. Police here on the scene are investigating the crime at hand, and oftentimes the only hints that the gorilla committed the murder was when its shadow was cast at the scene of the crime. The film eventually goes on to reveal that a businessman foreshadowed early in the film to be the murderer the whole time. And it seems that, and then the detective decides that to catch the gorilla, one that needs to dress up as a gorilla himself. If that sounds hard to follow, it's because it is. Warner Brothers and First National Pictures distributed the film, and despite the big names tied to it, it seems to have been collectively forgotten about until 2013, when some still photos and a 28-second snippet of it being found. This is, though no copies are known to exist, although it's thought that certain private collectors may have a copy. The Magic Roundabout. This is an English language version of the French stop motion series Le Manière Enchantée, which took place in a woodsy garden area with a carousel inhabited by eccentric talking animals and magical creatures. It lasted from 1963 to 1995, over like 600 episodes. Not all, which are just way too many for me to talk about. Lost Media Wiki has a list of what you got, but yeah, most of the episodes are lost though. The Mouse Factory.
Slavery.
Whoa. No.
Whoa!
Sorry.
No.
No, it's the Jerry Mouse Factory.
Oh my god.
Moving on. Moving. Hold on, guys. What is it?
Okay.
I'm gonna have to stop for today, but thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.